Alright, so the next FYI video has been cancelled because the main event has been moved or replaced. There used to be, right in the middle of that square there, a lion? Like a lion statue. This is UCCS. I went to college here when I was in high school. Just German classes and one programming class. Guess who the German classes were taught by? Guess who taught them? But yeah, it's a university. The fastest growing university in all of Colorado. And actually, while I was in classes here, they tried to sell me on a thing called the Bachelor of Innovation program, which probably would have been really interesting had I decided to go to college in this state. It's one of the fastest growing engineering programs in the US, I think. And it is just fantastic. It's like a combination of like real world business experience and also engineering. But I didn't do it. A lot of my friends did though. I'm sure you've seen drone shots of this place and many other things. Just learned that Mom worked here for 17 years, which I never really put together. But yeah, part of that time as a adjunct professor and part of that time running the language lab. Really cool. So I had the experience of, while being in college in Georgia, most of the people my age here in Colorado Springs knowing her before they met me, which was very strange, but really fun. So yeah. Mom's not buckled up, Mom. They're currently in the midst of a $100 million expansion. This is the first building of that process. It will include a stadium and a whole bunch of other cool buildings. They're essentially taking over all of like North Nevada Avenue, which when I went here used to just be a bunch of like old pubs, but now it's this beautiful shopping center with a Chipotle and a Panera and soon to be tons of dorms and art centers and restaurants, and it's crazy. About half of my friends here in Colorado Springs are people who went here for college now, which is fun. I've made friends with a lot of people who are also students here currently and will graduate soon. I don't know, I'm just always here and it feels like a pretty big part of my life here in the Springs, so I figured I'd make a video about it. That's about it. Oh, also, fun fact, while I was taking German classes with Mom teaching, Hans and I actually both took German classes. I think Hans has been in one of these videos at least by now. Probably. I used my middle name. Stephen Anglin is what I went by in class, and none of the students figured out that I was your son until
kind of the end of it all.
I think we told them during finals. Also, someone cheated during finals.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, little did they know the professor's son was in the room. I'm kidding. I tried not to be the worst ever. I think someone else actually reported them, but yeah. Look at these new buildings. Woo! Fancy. This was my first drone job actually. While all this was still being built, we flew through here for the construction company, and it's all done now. This is crazy. It's only been a year. They were like, yeah, we're gonna have it done by next school year. And I guess they were like a month or two behind schedule, but boy did they finish that fast. It's beautiful.
Wow.
Up next is that blue thing down there, that's the art center. It's like the main event of the renovation, the $100 million construction. And I happened to be shadowing Pam on the day she picked out the color of the siding of that building. And it struck me like Pam's the chancellor, by the way, of the school. She's like really enthusiastic about growing UCCS and like having it be like a second flagship and all that for the Colorado Springs University system. But anyway, she was picking out the siding of this building while I was in her office that day. And I've just always thought that was strange. Like, don't you hire people who are professional architects to do that sort of thing? Why are you picking out the siding, Pam? But that's gonna stick with me forever. It's crazy how much people who are in leadership positions just make decisions because they can, instead of trusting people around them. It's gotta waste a ton of time in the world. But yeah, so check this out. That blue color is what Pam picked. No, I'm just kidding. That's actually a temporary cover. There will be like a beautiful stone siding on it here in a moment. Silly place, UCCS, but lots of good people working there. Very silly place. And these people might be the only people working at UCCS right now. It's the holidays. And there's Smash Burger. They have great garlic fries. I think that about wraps it up for a UCCS video. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Toodaloo.